Come here for a sec. Come on in here nice and close. I want to tell you something. If you guys are looking for a reason to purchase the video platform Shudder for $5 a month, okay, I'm telling you, the Mortuary collection alone is reason enough to pick this service up. Trust me on this when I say, do not sleep on this fucking movie. Hey guys, welcome to Happywax TV. Okay, listen, if you've been watching this channel for any length of time, you know I just go fucking bananas when a new anthology horror movie comes out. And I love anthology horror movies. If I could pick one fucking genre of horror, it would be anthology. Is that even a genre? I don't know. But what it is now, because I'm saying it is and I'm picking it, anthology fucking horror movies are the bomb. They are. And this movie, the Mortuary collection by Ryan Spindell, is fucking fantastic. It is one of the best anthology horror films I have seen in a long time. Now, there are a ton of good ones out there, but it's usually made with like a bunch of different directors. This is just all Ryan Spindell, man. This is all him. These are his stories. The way he weaves them together is fantastic. And even before I get into it, I'm going to keep this one short, and I don't want to go into too much detail about the movie. I am going to talk about like the settings, and the set pieces are fucking phenomenal. Let me just say that. But I'm telling you, Clancy Brown is phenomenal in this movie as Montgomery Dark, okay? Like Caitlin Custer, who plays Sam, is great too. Like everybody, the acting is fantastic in this movie, but Clancy Brown is one of my favorite actors. If you don't know who he is, he was it Captain Hadley, I think was his name, in the Shawshank Redemption. And I think he was Sergeant Zim or Sims in Starship Troopers. I mean, that's just 2 movies. He has been in a fucking ton of movies. But I'm telling you, man, okay, listen, not to get off topic, but I am a huge fan of the movie The Christmas Carol. Okay, like Alistair Sims killed it. The George C. Scott version. I love that movie. I fucking love it. I love Ebenezer Scrooge's character. And I'm telling you, if they ever make another one, I would love to see Clancy Brown play Ebenezer Scrooge. So if there's any directors or producers out there that are kind of on the fence if they should make that, do it and cast Clancy Brown as Ebenezer Scrooge, because he is fucking fantastic in this movie. As good as this movie is, his character alone just brings so much more to this movie. He's almost got, dare I say, an Angus Scrimm, the tall man kind of a feel to him. Like it's fantastic. You know what I mean? Like he is, oh man, I don't gush very often over a fucking actor, but he just brought so much to this movie, his character in this fucking movie. So anyways, let's get into it here. So, okay. Oh, by the way, did I tell you to watch this movie? Please, watch this fucking movie. It is fantastic. So, anyways, let me read the synopsis really quick. On the cusp of retirement, an eccentric mortician recounts several of the strangest stories he's encountered in his long career. But things take a turn for the phantasmagorical when he learns that the final story is his own. Okay, well, I don't want to give things away, but basically, Montgomery Dark is this mortician, okay, who lives in this mortuary. It's fucking fantastic. The actual building itself is a character in this movie. If I run down here really quick, I think they used an actual spot, and it was called, let me just find it here, the Flavel House Museum in Astoria, Oregon. And I'm telling you, man, wow, good for you guys for finding this place to shoot your fucking movie in, or at least this wraparound story. Because goddamn, like this mortuary is a character in itself. Like it is, I mean, it's crazy. It's fucking awesome, and like everything about this movie is great. The sound department is fantastic. Like when he's walking in the mortuary, the creaking of the boards, you know what I mean? Like, I hope when you watch this movie, you have a good sound system, because even the creaking of the floors comes through, and it just adds so much to this movie. And it's the color palettes that they used is fantastic. Like the reds in this movie are like a blood red, and it's crazy. You know what I mean? But anyways, that's just the wraparound story is his story, because he wants to retire and get out of this place. You know, he's old. He's been there forever, which you find out because when the one thing that they always kind of go to at the beginning of the movie is there's a help wanted sign out front. Okay, so finally somebody comes along, and it's Sam, who is played by Caitlin Custer, but she comes in and you don't really know who she is, and he doesn't really know who she is, and he thinks that she's there because he just got done a funeral for a little boy that passed away. But again, I don't want to give spoilers. What happens is she says, "No, I'm here for the job, the help wanted sign," which kind of catches him off guard. So he says, "Well, maybe you won't be able to handle it, blah, blah, blah." You know, and she kind of eggs him on. And what it is the anthology starts when he sits her down and starts telling her a few of the horrific, you know, stories of death that he's seen come through his funeral parlor, right? So, and that's where we get started with the anthology, is just the stories that he tells her. And I mean, it's got everything in this. It's got like a creature feature in it. It's got like a slasher. It's got demons in it. Like it's crazy. And they so easily could have cheaped out and not put the gore in it. But I mean, there's not a ton of gore in this movie, but the gore that is in this movie will keep you happy. I mean, there's like, I don't want to give spoilers, but there's like a scene where like there's like, you know, a head getting squashed and the brains gushing out. A scene where there's like an exploding penis, you know, just to name a few. It's fucking crazy. But just the stories are great because, I mean, they are maybe a tad bit predictable, but you know, there's a couple ones early on that kind of don't give you closure at the end, right? So it kind of leaves the story open, so you can kind of, I guess, talk about it afterwards. It's you know, to think about what the fuck is going on in here. So I don't know, man. It is really well written. Just the set pieces are fantastic. I mean, it's the pacing is great. It's a little bit long, you know, like it's getting up there towards an hour and 45 minutes. But these stories are, you know, it just keeps moving, and the acting is so fucking good, and the pacing is fantastic. But you know, and it's shot kind of, it's not like a shot in a newer style. It's definitely, you know, when he tells his stories, and you get a sense of how long he's been there, been doing this for, because his stories are all over different eras, right? So when a movie takes place in the 50s, I mean, the set pieces look like the 50s. And this is not a big budget movie either, which is fantastic. And how they pulled some of this stuff off, I have no idea. So, but man, oh man, it is fucking killer. And I'll tell you, man, Ryan Spindell, the director, he did a movie a while ago called The Babysitter Murderers. And I mean, he weaved that short story that is his own from, I think it's from 2016, I think. He weaves it in as one of the stories in this, you know, anthology, and then it gets included in the wraparound story. So, I mean, if you've been following this guy for a while, like, I was impressed. I love this movie. So, whew, okay. Anyways, listen, if you need a reason to get Shudder, this movie is definitely it. I highly recommend this movie. For me, again, this is just my opinion. I know I've been giving some high marks out lately, but I got to give this movie like a 7.5, a really strong 7.5, maybe even an 8. I love my anthology movies, and this movie pretty much hit all the marks for me. And again, the stories, the acting, the set pieces, I mean, the color palettes in this movie were fucking killer. You know, they didn't explain everything for you, so they left some of the endings open as to what the fuck was going on. But I'm telling you, man, Clancy Brown as Montgomery Dark is reason enough to watch this movie. So again, highly recommended. Really strong 7.5. This movie is on Shudder now, so it is a perfect time to sign up for Shudder. No, I'm not sponsored by them, but I'm just, you know, $5 a month, guys. You can't fucking beat it. And they're just pumping the movies out, especially with Halloween coming, but you definitely want to watch this movie. So anyways, I'm going to end it there. I don't want to get into spoilers and talk too much about the anthology stories inside, other than you're going to fucking love them. It's called the Mortuary Collection. It is out now, only on Shudder. $5 a month, guys. Can't go wrong. If you've seen this, please leave some comments and let me know what you think about it. And if you haven't, go watch it, go rent it on Shudder. Come back and let me know if you loved it as much as I do. I fucking love this movie. So Mortuary Collection out now, guys. And until next time, stay scared.